Welcome back to BNC Live. Grambling State University is set to host Brown Girls Do Gymnastics, 5th annual conference in collaboration with other organizations. The goal of the conference is to help increase access and exposure to gymnastics among girls and women of color. And joining me now to discuss is Brown Girls Do Gymnastics' founder, coach, and advocate for diversity in gymnastics, Darren Moore. Darren, good evening and welcome to BNC.
Thank you.
And Darren, I am good. It's a big time for you guys, so I know you are very, very excited. So first off, let me tell you, congrats on the conference's 5th year. That's huge. Tell us how this event got started and how it promotes diversity and awareness for girls and women interested in gymnastics.
Yeah, so we started 5 years ago with the conference itself. We started Brown Girls Do Gymnastics 2015, but the conference came a little bit after. We were pretty much just on social media, and I'm a coach, and so it's like I don't want this to just be something where we're posting pretty pictures. I want to actually make something happen. And so a big thing for me is educating families, parents, as far as gymnastics and just the ins and outs and what it takes to actually matriculate in the sport. And so the idea of a conference came about, and we did our first one. Well, we did our first 3 in Atlanta. This one, yes, at Grambling, which is super exciting because there are no HBCUs that have gymnastics. And so Grambling knew about that and knew about our campaign to bring gymnastics to HBCUs, and they answered the call.
Wow. And so, yeah, talk about the significance of an HBCU actually hosting this conference because the HBCUs don't have gymnastics.
Yeah, it's huge. It's shining the light on the fact that a lot of people just don't even know that, you know. Actually, what happened with our campaign, we just started posting like the logo of HBCUs and then adding gymnastics on the bottom, and so people would comment and say like, "Oh, I didn't know so-and-so had gymnastics teams." Like, they don't, and none of them do. And so the fact that that Grambling is making this happen, they're actually doing a session. This is different for us because, well, obviously it hasn't happened because we haven't been in an HBCU before, but they are also having a session where they're bringing in all of the commissioners for the HBCU conferences to educate them on how to bring gymnastics into the schools. It's just such a different sport compared to, your traditional ones. So this will be a time for everybody to learn what it would take.
Yeah, and Darren, when we think about mentorship, we rarely think about gymnastics. Tell us about how this sport impacts the lives of girls, especially for those of color.
It impacts so much. The sport itself, because it's so difficult, and it's an individual sport, it teaches self-esteem, perseverance, stick-to-itiveness, all that stuff. It teaches, and so when we're coaching, we tell the girls things like, "Okay, you fell, we'll get back up. It's okay." And so even in life, the girls are like, they come back and and they say things that like, "Oh, I'm doing this because I got back up on the beam," which is super cool. And as far as our mentorship and what we do as far as Brown Girls Do Gymnastics, we have a group of mentors, former collegiate gymnasts mostly. We do have some elite folks who we do a monthly meetup with girls virtually, so all over the country, and just talk to them about being Black in the sport. Well, actually, we don't talk a whole lot about it specifically because then they won't talk. But as an example, they get to see other Black and brown folks who have actually been through the sport and what that looks like.
And that is so important. We know Simone Biles headed to the Olympics this year. Huge deal for them. Give them someone else to look up to as a Black and brown girl. But we appreciate your time. And before we let you go, just in a half a second, can you tell us where can folks sign up for that conference?
Actually, this conference is sold out, which we're really happy about. Yeah, but we do have an invitational and exhibition on Sunday. And so that is open to the public, and you can come to that. Go to our website, www.browngirlsdogymnastics.com.
Perfect. Good luck with the conference. Thank you so much, Darren, for joining us.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time.